So how's everybody doing today?
Doing all right.
Doing okay.
Get my button to roll 20 here.
I was just chilling, watching Alchemy of Souls on Netflix.
How you liking it?
It's good.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the show.
Yeah, I'm on 4, 5. I don't know. Don't remember how many there are, but it's been good.
I've been watching. In fact, just before getting on, I watched an episode of Dragon Prince. What is it? Secrets of Arumea or something like that.
The latest.
Yep.
Yeah, I completed that one.
Yeah, that one and Dragon Age is good.
I haven't seen
got
the
that on the
Age
list.
It's only 6 of them, but
Yep, I finished Dragon Age this morning. Still gotta go back and watch Dragon Prince.
yeah, I already watched that one.
I'm watching a Turkish one, Midnight at the. This hotel's name, kind of like a time travel thing.
Pardon me.
It's too early for that.
Right?
No, it isn't.
It was a busy day.
That's relative to. Ever since I upgraded my iOS on my phone, my ghost alarm is never silenced at 3 a.m. regardless.
No.
It goes off, and I'm like,
So basically, I am to wait till at least 3 a.m. before I can go to.
No, it's not that loud, but it's just annoying. Usually, because previously I would have the bedtime set so that it, silences everything. Well, it doesn't do that anymore. It used to completely silence that ghost alarm, but no, it does not.
What the?
Come on, gang, give us some happy points.
Give me all the delicious dark side points. I like my force like the cookies, all dark.
And my right foot just went like.
Like, where's my? Okay, so.
Yay! How many points?
Boo!
All right, at least we go.
I got an A in the class.
Yay! That's what we were looking for.
Sorry, had to refresh. I was like getting weird stuff.
Yeah, my dice pool page was taking forever to load properly.
Well, yeah, stuff wasn't showing for my initiative, and then the dice roll looked funky. I was still getting some weird.
Yeah, if you're doing character sheet pop-outs, I think it may be laggy.
Well, even the dice roll, there's like the dice, but then there's like weird letter artifacting. That's that proficiency advantage. Like weird artifacting going on.
I was going to say, quick, somebody roll a skill real quick. Oh, looks like my roll 20 actually just crashed.
Oh.
Okay, so at least dice are working. That's the important part.
Yeah, my destiny worked, but.
Ooh, yes, your destiny was perfect. Ooh, 4 dark side to 1 light side. Interesting things should happen.
There we go. Somebody brought some light to the game.
Sorry, I rolled the second time. I intended to hit sync pool, and I accidentally hit roll destiny. That last one should not be there.
Look at you, sneaky Wookiee. Just like a Wookiee to try to double his light side points.
You mean triple? He rolled 2 light side.
So where last we left off, you all have joined rent control and moved in with a nice neighbor, taking up half of the apartment.
That's right.
And we are watching the bar across the street
Yes.
to see if we can see when they're coming out, like if we have a high enough vantage to see which way they go, what they're, or
So
like, are they
the-
breaking up
Snipe
into
that guy.
smaller groups? Like what's happening?
The question is, how many days between 1 and 3-ish are you spending scoping them out and getting fed really good food and people wondering just why exactly you're living in their living room right now?
Well, I mean, on day one, I was going to quietly ask Pops, what his monthly rent is.
And we would.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
I'm paying his
It's-
rent.
It's 300
yeah,
credits
no.
that he barely scrapes by.
Well,
and I was
he
going
has
to give
nothing
him
to worry.
300 credits for the month's rent.
Aw. So needless to say, your food situation will improve vastly.
Yeah. Excellent. It's very
We're
important. to
not
Gunter.
those people. Come on.
This is a station full of those people, so they know better than to complain.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
I'm
one
just
to
glad they didn't
three,
get kicked out.
1 to 3 days. What are you feeling here?
Okay, what happened with Gunter's thing where he was going to go ask about the lady being indentured?
Oh, see, Kelly wasn't privy to that conversation.
What?
Aha.
That was Facebook chat stuff.
Yes.
Well.
See, maybe somebody should get on Facebook and be part of the
Facebook is
conversation.
evil and must be destroyed.
I agree with you, but then again, so is Amazon. So is let's see what else is out there. Twitter is definitely evil now.
I don't
my
Twitch. I
Jesus.
don't. I don't.
They're just going to
tweet.
have to make a new social media thing.
They'll just corrupt that too.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. So, Gunter, you're calling up your bartender friends.
Yeah.
That's like too good of a role-playing thing to give up on Facebook chat.
Nope, it's all done now. Oh well.
Okay, so
It was
you-
great. He got all the information and he totally won the encounter.
he's been sitting there quietly on his data pad, FaceTiming her and sending messages.
Up in my
This is
bunk
the
where
girl
nobody
that he
can
was
see me.
hitting on in the bar, right?
Yep, this is the
Yes.
bartender,
Okay.
Yes.
who's very susceptible to his charms at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless he does something to ruin that. So, what all are you angling for there?
It's your typical. So, what's a nice girl like you doing on a shithole asteroid like this?
And she basically just says, working off my dad's indenture hood.
Oh, that sucks. It's not even her debt. It's his debt.
He died before he could work it off, and then the debt moved to me. Fortunately, I was born on this shithole.
So, how much are you indebted for?
About another 3,000 to 6,000 credits, depending on who's answering the question. And you totally get the idea that she's saying that the amount keeps getting higher instead of lower. But enough about business. I'm on my off hours. What would you like to do?
Well, let's get together and get a drink.
And she's like, okay, any place but my bar.
you pick the place.
Okay, she gives you the location of a nice little spacers bar that usually folks that don't want to get too deep in the station use. It's a lot less rambunctious, a lot quieter.
Get off the phone with her. Guys, I'm going on a date. I'll be back.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so anything particular about this romantic endeavor you wanting besides just quick montage?
Mostly quick montage. I may ask her a little bit about the boss, and do they mostly all hang out in the bar? Do they mostly all hang out at their ship, or what are they like? But if she tries to steer clear of that conversation, I'm not pressing anything. It's just more of, let's talk about your life, and kind of avoid having questions come my way.
Okay, so
if she presses any questions, of course I will. Well, I'll answer as vaguely as I feel appropriate. If she asks, so what do you do for a living? Contract work, not I'm a hitman.
Hey, you're totally being honest.
professional contractor. Can you feel the air quotes? So, am I to take it that you're not going to push too hard on the questions about the leader? Or you want to
No,
go
not-
for a deception roll to try to keep it hidden in vague conversation? 'Cause that's totally a thing you could do.
It is a thing I could
With
do if I
either
had any
Coercion or deception.
deception. I'm not
Coercion
good at
to
either of those.
coerce the answers out of her without her knowing, and deception to just BS your way through it.
Hey, if
You
we
be
had
Vagey
rolled,
McVagerson.
if we had rolled better on the destiny pool, I might flip a point and go for it. But right now, no.
Hey, you've got 1 point. That's all you need.
And give me
I mean, she seems like a great kid, and by kid I mean, like 20-something youngin' compared to your 20 years of combat veteraniness.
I don't know that he has 20 years of combat veteraniness. I think I listed him as being like in his 20s.
It's not the years, baby. It's the miles.
Your eyes have seen some shit, man.
He's 32 and he probably got started at a young age, so it probably is around 20 years.
It's totally the enemy at the gates where your grandpa made you shoot the wolf.
Right.
So I mean, if you want, I mean,
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should I roll? Should I take the point, or should we save it?
Oh, come on! Don't be afraid of interesting things happening.
Well,
Nah,
either
I'm
you
not sure
take
it's
it or he's going to use or take and use the other side. So,
Well, I mean, if I don't take it and roll, we're not doing a roll because I'm not pressing it at all. So,
But then you're not getting any valuable information that could be
Right.
useful in the future.
hey, I can always play the long game. If I buy out her contract, then she'll be freely willing to give up all the information.
Who says her debt's for sale?
Well, that's for me to go find out now, isn't it?
Okay. So you have a nice cash time with her. She seems to be pretty fun. And she totally, gives you the proverbial your place or mine at the end of the date.
Woohoo!
This is without rolling a charm roll. You seem like a nice guy and you're an off stationer.
So my crew doesn't see me until tomorrow, basically.
So she takes you back, totally apologizes for the room as she, brings you to a room that's got 3 gals living in a 2-bedroom apartment that looks like, they don't pay their own rent type of deal. You see a lot of stoop dwellers as you're going to her apartment. Lots of members showing the same icon on their shoulder or forearm or back of hand or cheek or neck as they kind of, obviously you get the idea that she's got lots of gang enforcers in her neighborhood.
So when she says, there's apologies about the rooms, I mutter something about sure beats sleeping with 12 other people.
And
So I
she
think
just
you said the family was like 8, right?
Yep. As you've got a Wookiee sleeping on the floor.
I curled up next to the Wookiee. Screw
You've-
that, I'm cold all
What?
the
It's a
time.
Wookiee rug,
Right?
Like,
You've
other
never
than snoring
lived.
once in a while. It's like, it's probably the warmest place in the house.
You've
Yeah, I'm
never
always
lived
cold. I need
to-
to snuggle up.
You've never lived till you've little spooned with a Wookiee. Okay, so yes, needless to say, screen swipe as we get some bow chicka wow wow as she kicks her 2 roommates out of the apartment for a while. Don't worry, you'll be asleep by the time they get back. Bow chicka wow wow.
Just for the record, I'm not carrying any data or credit sticks with me.
Are you bringing your
Yeah.
rifle with you?
No, I didn't bring my rifle either.
You're traveling practically unarmed?
Practically.
I never
sure
said
he's
I
got
didn't
a
bring
holdout.
my holdout pistol.
I mean, he's got 17 weapons on him, just not the big long rifle.
Right?
He only brought one long rifle to this date. It's not the military one.
I mean, granted, my holdout pistol only has a range of medium, which means with my upgraded range of 2, I can only hit extreme range with it.
Yes, you're those annoying guys in modern warfare using a pistol at ranges that should not be shooting a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
But you can lick that front sight and get that extra range. So day 2, you guys get fed an amazing breakfast. Super, super better than day 1 since they got some credits to go spend. And your sniper's, of course, missing for most of the day.
So the other thing I will, of course, ask her is that once I find out about this whole indentured servitude thing and this debt that's owed, if I wanted to go talk to that lech about your debt, where would be the best place to do that?
Oh, I don't think he'd like to talk about that. I wouldn't talk to him about it at the bar because things may happen, or just in general. Yeah, I don't want anything happening to you. If you talk to him, he may get angry, and you wouldn't like it when he gets angry.
He should be more scared of me being calm.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to talk to him at the cantina, you can, but I just don't think that would be a safe thing for you to do. And then she totally gives you the moony eyes, saying, "You
Says what now?"
That's the family living in the apartment next to you, scraping a chair, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's saying that you would free me and take me off this shit station.
Yeah, that's what had happened.
And then she totally gets a dreamy eye.
Hey, we could use a good bartender on the ship.
We got the acolyte for house cleaning. We now have the bartender for bartending.
Jesus Lord.
Well, we need somebody to cook our meals and make our drinks.
And here we thought the sniper just lived on MREs.
Right?
Well, it's not like I'm going to take her out on jobs with us. I mean, unless she proves that she has some amazing skills that don't involve mixed drinks. Well, Claire experienced those, but
As we fade to dark, and she teaches him just that. It's not the years, it's the experience. So day 2, your sniper's gone for the first half of the day or so. What are the rest of you guys doing? Anything besides just scoping out the bad guys?
Is there any way to, I have some computers, but maybe see about getting schematics for the place, find out what the power source is for this bar, in case we have to shut the power down.
Sure, I'll take a computer roll for that.
With the Carlotta, you have what's your computers?
Let's see. My computers is 2 yellow, 2 green.
Okay, yeah, he's slightly better than I am. I have 2 yellow and 1 green. Can I help him and give him a blue?
Sure, I'll take that.
And I'm gonna upgrade it.
Oh. Gonna spend that 1 point for that.
I want to know
huh?
everything about this place. It's power grid. It's like,
Okay, go for it.
All right, here we go.
Good triumph!
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice roll.
So first thing Cal and BT playing on the internet can tell is the internet on this station sucks. Either it's got like a bunch of micro nets going and they're all just kind of piggyback together, but it's the system is unresponsive, it's slow and laggy, but that's okay because Cal cracks his knuckles and says he knows some workarounds, as he totally does the Star Wars equivalent of Firefox. So, what would you like to start cashing those things in on? Because you got some things. So I can totally tell you, with your 3 success, that the station's power grid is absolute garbage. And as you've lived in this apartment, you've realized that there's often brownouts that happen. Well, and this particular station,
when brownouts occur and they're right across the street from us, are they affected?
They are not affected. As I was
so
about
they have
to
their
say.
own power source.
They do have an
Have a backup, yep.
independent power source, probably somewhere in this section. My ping will come up. There we go. Of the cantina, because you didn't see anything obviously on the front sides that you walked by.
Okay. Anything outside that that it could be leading to, or completely internal?
It seems to be mostly internal. There is an access point, as I'll totally mark it on the map for you guys. It'll totally be this barely noticeable green box. I'll double it so you can notice in the top left corner of the map, depending if you're zoomed in or not. I'm zoomed way out. So you do know there is access to the facility out there.
Anything else, like with the schematics or anything, to let us know, like how many entrances, how many exits?
Pretty much with those 3 success, it confirms the what you see here. There's the, let me go back to my ping. There's a secure door here, and then the big double doors that you guys come in.
But that's pretty much it.
Yep. So, Cal, what you gonna start cashing in that big, juicy 3 advantages and a big, damn, heroic triumph for?
I am open to suggestions from the peanut gallery.
Does it have to be used right now?
If you'd like to cash in the triumph to hold for an upgrade, attacking the cantina specifically, yes, I will save that for you.
I would suggest that.
Okay, so that's the triumph. What about our advantages?
Those are some good, juicy advantages.
So what I wanted to do, just to see if these can help with that, I wanted to talk with the family that we're staying with, because we are buttering them up by paying for their rent and, you know, their monthly rent, and you know, we're helping out and we're doing things so that they feel like they can trust us / like us. I want to ask them some questions. What do they know as people who live and work in this area? What are their interactions with this crew? What do they notice with this crew? You know, sometimes the person who's downtrodden is the person who's most likely to notice, but they can't do anything, or they feel like they can't do anything about it. So while they see it, they don't do anything.
So you can definitely tell that these guys are the downside impoverished types. And the first thing that, you know, the father will totally talk to you about them, that they're no good, they're currently in charge, mainly because in the last scuffle that happened, they're the group that came out alive. They killed all the competition on the station for their authority. So they're pretty much only in charge because they wiped out any gang that could stand up to them. And he gets kind of cut off by the mother, who's totally doing that whole, I don't want you getting involved, yada, yada, yada. And then, of course, she gives you the shifty eyes. suspectful. Like, why are you asking about the gang who will kill my husband on a whim? So she's the hard sell, by the way. This is what you guys picking up. She wants nothing to do with nothing except keep her family safe.
Can understand that.
So can I. That seems fair.
Because regardless, y'all probably taking off and leaving to parts unknown. Eventually coming here and throwing your money around.
If only you knew, lady. Like, I'm trying to think of how we can phrase it, but like, not that we are looking to maybe replace this guy. Like, I don't want that to be the image that it sounds like we're trying to sell. But just like, yeah, I get your concern, right? It's your concern, but I get it. And not really speak to her concerns.
Do me
You know what I mean?
favor as you're working the contact, so to speak. Or if you want to get even more evil, working the asset. Give me a coercion, leadership, or charm or
No.
deception.
But I want to back up a little bit because a lot of this discussion started on me just asking, what should I use my 3 advantages on? Can I turn to those and give Golda a blue?
Not in this situation because it was for computers.
Okay.
But you
I
still
still
have to come up with a good idea of what to use those 3 advantages on. That's related to your web search.
I have an oh.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Well, I was going to say, we could. I was like to use computers to maybe help Golda if we can make them more amenable. What if we repair stuff? You and I repair stuff in their home. Between you and our mechanics and computers, we might be able to at least make the things that they do, the meager possessions that they have, more functioning.
Okay, so I'll take. If I'm translating that correctly, I'll take those 3 advantages to say that Cal and BT improved their home signal. So they now actually they can watch the game without interruptions, and by game I mean the gladiator arena, without the cable going out and having to womp the thing and tell the kid to hold the antenna and tilt his head to the left.
Because if we can make their experience a little better, then maybe they will be more amenable to Golda's line of questioning.
And just to give you a insight into it, Mom's suspicious. She doesn't want you all getting her husband involved and getting them all killed. So there's a black dice. But now, with the 3 advantage getting burned to help you guys out, there are now 2 blue dice because she also appreciated that you gave her money to pay next month's rent. So, you know, she's more appreciative than not, but there's still that suspicious black dice of you all are trouble. She doesn't know what kind of trouble you are, but she's giving you the squinty-eyed every time she looks at you guys trying to figure it out.
I mean, she's clearly not an idiot. She clearly has paid attention to the people living in her living room. Like, we are in fact trouble. All right, so it was cool something, and what was the other one?
You could either use coercion, to basically, talk the information out of them, or deception, to be all deceptive and trick them into giving you the answer you're looking for, or leadership.
Okay, so what with D20, if you don't have the skill, you roll and you take half, right? You roll down.
No, it should still give you the characteristics. So if you don't have the skill, it should still have that many greens that you should have.
Well, there's nothing in any of them. So if there's supposed to be greens in here, there's not.
Let me peek.
Take a look at her sheet, sweetie.
My sheet has yellows.
You might have
yellows are even better.
You might have to log out.
Yes, but I don't have yellows in those, Kelly.
Oh. Well, while he takes a look at that, I just had the funniest image. I can just see the kids of this household playing with Cal and braiding his fur.
Aww.
I just have this image of them using this big, Chewbacca looking guy as a jungle gym and braiding his hair.
So just a heads up, Golda, if you keep your page open, eventually the greens do appear, but they are really long, taking them to appear in your.
Yeah.
Because I was
Well,
just
I've had my
completely
character
out.
sheet open for about 40 minutes.
you may want to
Yeah, I closed-
refresh or
I
refresh
closed
the web page.
completely out and reopened the browser.
Because I pulled your page up and it just had the yellow dice, none of the greens were showing, and
Right.
then I clicked a refresh and they pop up finally.
All right, so I closed it down and I'm reopening it. Fingers crossed.
Roll20 is
Hey,
telling
I got
us
green stuff.
Roll20 is
Woo!
telling us that Tuesday night is a popular night on Roll20.
Right?
Apparently.
So is coercion, leadership, and what was the other one?
Or deception. So
I'm
basically,
the
like
same for
leadership
and
is you give
deception.
the little pep talky version, to
Right, that's the
lead
one
it
I
down the
want.
way. Coercion is you basically pull the conversation in the direction you want, and you have good rebuttals. And then deception is you just flat out lie to get the answers you want.
Okay, so I'm gonna try leadership. Is my pool good?
Your pool is good.
All right. Did I do anything worthwhile?
You took 2
Yeah.
points of strain because you were stressing this conversation because, if it goes south, she could march her ass down across the street and get you all, murdered. So you were stressing it. But you now have a best friend for life. If you would like, I can guarantee you the entire family is utterly loyal to you and your cause.
Yay!
Basically, with your
I
leadership
even have the
pep talk,
4-year-old cheering me on.
the 4-year-old's
Batting at
trying to
your
put your
leg, too.
helmet on every time you put it down.
Aww.
So yes, she totally basically says that these she fills in the gaps for her husband when she invites you to the kitchen to have some ladies talk in the kitchen, and
Mhm.
fill in that she doesn't want her husband getting murdered because he has to feed lots of mouths. And
I mean, fair.
that these people rule this place with an iron fist and basically kill anyone that stand up to them to make sure that people don't realize they can stand up to them. Because unfortunately, all the people with the good weapons belong to their group.
Right, they killed everybody else and took their weapons, so.
Right.
And sadly, they control what comes and goes on the station.
Okay.
Because anyone who has a ship that can leave this station, they go. And hopefully my husband and I are saving up to get some kind of ship that could safely take the children out, or at least start getting a good down payment so that our children could afford to get off this station.
And just, I'm not going to ask her this, but like in numbers, what does that look like?
They've saved
75,000? Or
to get a ship? To get a ship is like 25,000.
to get the kids off?
Oh, if we were to just get the kids off, it would cost at least 6,000 to 7,000 credits just to get them on a ship leaving. But we've heard horror stories that sometimes slavers, offer to take the younglings off and then end up selling them off into hut space.
I mean, yeah, that does sound like something they would do. Okay. So was she able to give additional information about these folks?
She does advise, that wherever they go, they usually will go in numbers. And she knows rumors about the do you mention the leader, or do you let her mention the leader?
I kind of mention him, just like, he seems like a weird one to be in charge of this group.
He was the second in command when the gang started their last gang war about a year ago, and from what we've heard, some people say that he murdered his predecessor and took his place.
Okay.
Others say that his predecessor was just killed in the gunfight, but a lot of people say it was a shot to the back.
Right, it was friendly fire.
Yeah, it wasn't so friendly.
I mean, right. Friendly fire never is. So you said that I took stress. What does that look like?
So if you click on
Two
your
strain.
token,
Mhm.
it's going to be 2 strain, which is the green bubble. So if you click on your token and the bubbles come up, you want to just click on the green bubble, and yep, exactly that.
All right, cool.
Exactly what you just did, because I was peeking. I saw.
Well, you told me what to do. I was
Uh-huh.
following your instructions. So with that information that we received, I made sure that the rest of the team got it. I
Okay.
even drop it in, like I leave a message for Grix. Is that how you say your name?
Yep.
So I even make sure Grix gets the information in case that's something he can use where he is currently engaged, right? If that's information that can help him pull more data from this lady.
As his
But I
data
don't know
pad
that-
sitting in his boots next to a bed that's shaking.
I certainly hope it's not sent to his data pad. Talk about the fastest way to get your information hacked. So guys, with that information, what else could we seek information on here to try to get a little bit more data so we can make a more informed attack plan?
I will shoot a message back, on my downtime between bouts in the sack.
I need a sandwich.
Got to come up for air sometime.
I mean, I guess you do.
See if there were any cameras that caught that fight, and if there was any evidence showing that the boss did indeed shoot the former boss in the back. Because wouldn't it be great if we could provide that evidence to the gang and make him an individual target instead of a whole gang?
Well, that, and you're implying that they care.
Yeah, there was probably a number of people involved helping him do it who are now his right-hand men.
His head flunkies.
At the very least, we may cause a split in the gang, because I'm sure not all of them were in on it. And we'd probably be able to tell that from the video, if there is any.
Is that something that our computer people would be able to get a hold of?
They could try. It's going to be really difficult since this place doesn't have like an active security system. I mean, it could be tried, but it's going to be like Herculean effort of them spending time looking and checking.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to do that? I mean, that's totally a thing you could try.
I mean, that's up to them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm willing to help Cal, but this place doesn't have a whole huge amount of, security, you said, but if we get too much threat or despair, they could track us back here.
Or somebody could.
Yeah.
Right, like they've got it flagged.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody even searches for it.
I mean, that's a distinct possibility. And given the fact that we have no, I would say probably pretty risky.
I mean, I'll totally tell you it will be formidable to find this information, especially in like one afternoon. But which translates, by the way, to 4 purple dice.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But the other piece is, do we really need to have proof? Like,
I'm pretty
can't we
sure
just
a lot
start a
of them
rumor?
already assume it.
Yeah. I mean, we just need to figure out his travels and catch him. And
I mean,
Yeah.
after all, if some gal's gossiping about it, it must be, spoken in hushed tones anyway.
So, yeah. If all we're looking for is his travel routes, can we look into that? Like, we're getting the data by watching them. What data are we pulling by watching them?
So are you guys willing to follow them? The big question.
Sure, stealthy people.
Have we been exploring the streets while we've been casing the joint? Do we have an okay understanding of the layout of the place, that type of thing?
Basically, the family tells you always travel in numbers. And normally her husband goes off to the salvage yard when all his coworkers in the apartment complex go. So they travel in very large groups. The women, when they go shopping, well, women and men, when they go shopping, when folks do the shopping run, they go as a group. You're sensing a
Okay.
lot of everyone protects each other's ass in this apartment complex.
Otherwise, they're going to get, slaved or killed.
Right.
So, but for the dude we're after, what time and stuff are we seeing that he typically leaves to go?
You typically see he leaves, I'll give you like rough Earth time, that he normally shows up around noon, like the lunch break for those that are working day shifts, and heads back around 9 o'clock before the party scene gets too drunk and rioty in the bar.
And when
Usually
he leaves out,
he has an
how many-
escort of 3 to 5 people with him.
There we go.
And
Okay.
usually, most of the time in the 2 days that you've seen when he comes and goes, someone comes with an old beat up lift truck. Basically, it's a pickup truck with the back end being a flat lift area. And
Is it always the same?
it's different
vehicle?
vehicles. It's different ones. So he pages an Uber amongst his gangbangers.
Hmm.
And he's going back to their ship, or
If no one's following him, you don't know. See how that hooked back to the other. I'm trying to commit someone
So-
to going on a stealth operation.
So, Jim,
suck
if
at
this is-
stealth, but
if this is into day 2, I'm not spending like a week hanging out with the bartender. I do have a job to get back to.
So you, like I said, it was only like partially through day 2. I mean, I'm assuming you're coming back to catch a nap. I mean, she's got to go to work for God's sake.
That's,
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
yeah. I mean, I got 2 yellow and a green for stealth, so I mean, I don't care.
So is someone gonna follow the truck either after it drops him off to see where it goes, or when it picks him up and where it goes?
Well-
so assuming I'm back by this point, I have some stealth.
Yeah,
One
and
yellow, 5
we need
green.
to probably at least go in a pair so as not to,
I was planning on bringing Kopesh with me because I have something else I'd like to talk to him about anyway.
Some private
Right.
guy time.
No
Yeah.
raises.
Don't want the Wookiee to hear.
No raises. Sorry.
yeah, I'm not sure that the Wookiee can hide.
Poor
Well-
Wookiee rubs up against a wall and he's filthy for days.
Right? Gross.
Yeah.
I'm sure the kids will brush his hair for him.
So yeah,
I mean,
no,
I
that's-
can group stealth, but yeah, the Wookiee would probably impart a bigger penalty on me than Kopesh would.
Yeah, I've got 4 green in stealth, but
Oh, my stealth is 3 green. Like, stealth is a word I can spell.
yeah.
You come in
Sometimes.
like Dog the Bounty Hunter. There is no stealth. You advertise
Right.
that you're here as a
That's
bounty
fine.
hunter.
Grix and I can
You're gonna
follow him
fuck shit up and
night to see
chew
what's
bubblegum.
and you're
Fine.
all out of bubble gum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna wait to
Well,
follow
then
him.
You've got 3 green. I got 2 green. I can misspell stealth.
Guys are
It fits. I mean, big lumbering Wookiee is not the stealthy one.
Right?
So how do we want to do this? Stealth first or talk first?
Whichever.
I'm waiting for Jim to answer.
I enjoyed the fact that the answer was no answer at all. I mean, that's the best. So how is it you guys want to approach this? I mean, it's totally up to you guys. I mean,
Well, obviously stage before they leave. So, you're kind of hang out. So, you're welcome to approach whatever questions you have or comments.
While we're discussing the strategy, I can throw in my other conversation.
Okay.
So, boss.
Yo.
My bartender friend. She's inherited a debt from her father, who's dead. I'd like to settle it. But I might need your help since you have the social skills that I do not.
Actually, I'm not the person to do those social skills. Well, unless we're lying.
Exactly. You do have the cunning that I do not.
Yeah. Well, we could definitely do that. I have no problem with that, other than figuring out how we want to approach that.
Well, she says her boss is not the most agreeable man to talk to, but short of their main boss, I don't see who else we could talk to.
Well, he's the one we're taking out in the first place, right?
The main boss, yeah, not her boss.
Right. But which one owns her?
The lecherous asshole that was at the bar.
The big boss.
No, this is the big boss.
No, the guy who was buying me drinks.
the creepy old guy.
Yeah,
Who's creeping on your twilight.
Oh.
And see, I thought it was the big boss too.
Okay.
No.
Well,
he's the big boss.
He can probably be more easily persuaded than the other dude.
Right. So he's the one we talk to.
Talk to.
Hey, how he works his magic, I don't care, as long as we have a positive outcome.
Though if she's one of the only bartenders there, might be difficult.
He's got two. He should be able to let the one go. Anyway,
Unless she's a high earner.
And the big question is before or after we take care of our business.
So my thinking is we tail this guy, then we come back and do that talk with the old dude, because once we've tailed him, then we'll have to formulate a new plan based on that information on how to take him down.
Okay.
And since we have to come back to right across from the bar anyway, it wouldn't be that difficult to stop in there.
All right. We can
as for following him, how do we want to do that?
And you do have some, after the first day's scout out, about he gets picked up in a hover truck, in a vehicle. So I'm totally going to be a nice guy and remind you guys, he's going to leave here in a vehicle, not on foot.
Right.
Yep.
So, do any of the people have a vehicle, say the apartment owner, that might be leased?
Ooh, actually, yes. She, if you ask, she does have a small van-like vehicle that usually she lets renters, if they're in good upstandingness with her, use the van to take people shopping and things, so they can use even bigger groups for safety's sake.
Yes. Well, we got some shopping to do.
Yes, we're going shopping, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
To which, of course,
Definitely,
our bounty hunter would be like, I could totally get her to let me use that. She likes
Absolutely.
me.
So I will get that, and I'll even like talk to her about what I'm gonna bring home. Gonna bring home some snacks to put in the refrigerator. You gotta sell it, man. You gotta sell it.
Okay, since you already have good rapport for her, and she's just like, and you're not gonna steal it, right?
No, I have no place to put it. I live in your living room, miss. Where would I put a
No,
stolen
I mean the
vehicle?
No,
landlady.
the landlord.
No, this is the landlord.
Oh, okay, the landlord. Whoosh. Okay, I was like, man. Oh, Auntie, you know I'm not going to do that. What kind of role would that be setting for the other kids? The
Okay.
answer is no.
So she
I won't
will
be stealing your shit.
totally give you guys access to the junker van. It's basically soccer mom van. That's seen way too much action.
Been to one too many soccer games.
Been worked on by one few too many people. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the Wookiee. If you're looking to make a good amends, you could totally upgrade this thing. Just saying. And by upgrade, I just
definitely
mean
looking at what I can do to, make that thing better.
basically roll an average mechanics.
Yeah.
You don't even have to roll high, babe.
Yeah. You like me to roll that now?
Just use
And I'll help
WD-40 and it's
because I
going to
have
be an
mechanics. Will that
improvement.
give him a blue?
That would totally give him a blue. So basically, she points out the van to you, and you basically think, hey, Sin's totally looking at the vehicle, and she's trying to be nice, not say what a piece of shit it is. And she's like, Cal, can you, when you're done playing with the kids, can you go check the vehicle, make sure it won't stall out? And of course, at that moment, we all know just how bad their internet is on the station because I just got disconnected. As we slowly rejoin the rest of the party. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
That's how bad their internet is in the apartment until you fixed it. So Cal is gonna totally work on their van to give it a little pick me up.
Yeah, and I was asking, are you ready with the dice pool? I was also going to remind you that one of my talents takes one black die off.
Ah, excellent. Because she does not have good tool sets there. And you're like, I wish I brought tools from the ship.
Yeah.
However, just because I'm a nice guy, you guys got a light side point back.
Yay!
Look
Hey,
how
Jeff.
nice.
Jeff, really quick after the game, let's stay on and I can tell you how to add in the minus black dice.
Yeah. Okay.
It's super
We're
easy.
ready.
Yep, I'm all ready for you.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look at that.
So you don't really improve the vehicle itself, but what do you do that's mechanics related to the vehicle?
Well, what
It
am I?
runs quieter, much quieter, but it doesn't improve it.
Yeah,
So-
if I get like,
The radio works now.
Hey, that could totally be a thing. You failed at
No,
making
no,
it
no,
drive
no.
better, but here's other features you did fix.
So Jeff, keep in mind that we're using this to tail this other vehicle. What about making it so that it can't easily be identified as belonging to the landlord lady?
Aww.
That's a good one.
I will totally take for a Triumph or 3 Advantage that is indistinguishable from the dozens of other ones that are just as used up and dirty. You kind of cleaned up the certain spots and dirtied up other spots, so it's indistinguishable from the other vehicles.
let's do that.
Okay, so which am I taking, 3 Advantage or the Triumph?
Take 3 Advantage. I think we
Okay.
could probably do something cool with the Triumph.
So what are you doing cool with the Triumph?
Is this
As
a
in the
hover van
silence.
or a regular?
It's a hover van, but there's not like this station's layers have height areas where you can really zip up and down.
Right.
I got one for you.
What you got?
So even though you didn't improve it, you were able to check out the systems enough to ensure that this thing isn't going to break down on us in any way, shape, or form while we're
Ooh.
using
Yeah,
it.
Oh,
That's
is a
a
good one.
great one. That
That
you
is a
Oh.
fantastic one.
that's what I'm going to go with. This thing
Because
is
there's nothing worse than you're stealthily following this vehicle. You just rolled a despair, and oh, look, your vehicle broke down. You lost them.
it's almost
Like,
like
I've gone
Hunter
in,
knows me.
yeah.
Okay.
It will run reliably. It's not going to run better, but it's going to keep running.
It
It's gonna
runs
energize
like
it.
shit, but it's not gonna stop running.
Right. We know the
Yes.
quirks. You got to feather the gas a little bit when it starts to sputter. When it does this, you got to flip this switch 3 times. But now keep it all going.
And the
Yeah,
landlady
that's
totally
right.
approves that you worked on it and fixed it. Yeah.
And I'll give Grix the, assuming that Grix is going to be the driver, I'm going to give him a rundown of the quirks. Hey,
Oh, somebody flip one of those back. I didn't mean to hit that.
Wow. Getting a little jumpy there, aren't you?
I'm just trying to stack your deck there with all those destiny points.
All right, I'll get it.
Okay, so this is when I was hoping you'd all hit it at once, and then I get all the points
Right?
back. So you guys have a
That's why I said I'll get it.
A-team style montage with Cal fixing it up so it works. It looks like it'll blend in. It totally will not stall out on you in any way. Okay.
Dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun.
dun 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 dun.
So am I sensing that there's a stealth mission coming up as the clock is
Yeah.
ticking towards 9 p.m.-ish?
Yep.
You are
Game
catching
time,
that.
not real time.
Right. Yes.
Okay, so you guys get the vehicle. I'm totally gonna pick this really cool looking classic pickup truck looking hover truck. Just to let you know, yours is the cool blue one.
Yes. Not the beater. What?
I do like the cool blue one. It's pretty.
Purdy.
This is totally gonna be the one picking them up. You guys get the nice one. Okay, so Kopesh and Grix are gonna go stealth driving. Wow. Apparently Kopesh is making sure you guys get advantage on your drive check.
Hey,
Yeah.
He's seen some of my stealth rolls.
So he trusts
While he
your-
has a bunch, it's still been some issues.
So is that flip for the stealth or the driving, by
Yes.
the way?
The stealth.
Okay. So first, go ahead and give me your stealth roll as they get picked up in the and you guys slowly flip your lights on, and start following behind.
Pool ready?
The pool is totally not ready. It says an evil upgrade. You wouldn't want that in there. Okay, the pool is ready.
Phew.
Because the guy on lookout is not a really good lookout. Why? Because they're just leaving a bar.
That
Like
looks
Okay.
we've
nice.
done days in and days out. Why would there be anything different today?
Nobody's got the
Yeah.
balls to stand up to this crew.
They're a little arrogant.
Okay, so what would you like with all of those advantage? And you could totally use 3 for an upgrade on your driving planetary roll. Just gonna throw that one out there. Not sure how good you are at it, but you never know.
Well, how tough is the driving in this or on this planet?
Well, on the station, you saw how bad it was walking through the corridors. The driving you see is pretty rough. I mean, there's things you have to dodge left and right. There's no traffic lights. So if you're
So-
okay with driving in Nogales or Tijuana, you should be fine.
Well, as
Dude,
long as it's
I-
not
I-
in India streets.
Oh yeah, thankfully it's nowhere near that packed yet.
I mean, I drive in Nogales pretty frequently. I work for a company down there, so I know it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
Things that you have to watch out for is like it just rained, that one bridge is washed out.
Yeah, no. India is like
Yeah, I
6
know.
lanes across with 2-lane streets. So
Yeah.
And there's
people
like-
are walking in the streets, and cars are zigzagging back and forth, and
Yep.
somehow not running people over. And if they do, they don't care. And yeah, but hey, my piloting is 6. My planetary piloting is 6 green. But I'm okay taking that 3 for an advantage, and with the other 2, I'll give a black to them.
Okay, so 3 gives you a full-on upgrade. And what about the other 2?
The other 2, I'll give a black to them on their any roll they do relating to this whole
Ooh.
chase.
Okay. It's going to be the creepiest slow-mo chase ever. So go
Right.
ahead and give me your pilot planetary roll.
Pool already?
You know what? Kopesh
say
flipped the
yes.
light side for you already. So, oh no, that was for the stealth. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade it. Just see if something
No, you
interesting
should- you should-
happens.
I knew he was going to. But that's all right.
I did too.
Oh,
Ooh.
want to flip one back? Apparently, mine double
Wow.
tapped.
No, I really don't. You made that mistake twice. You get a freebie.
It's a-
I got it.
No, because then he'll use the 2 red.
Right.
And your drive now becomes 2 red against all your green.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and take your drive as you're trying to coast along behind them, far enough back but casual, as you're realizing they really do need to clean these streets. I mean, there's like people
And-
passed out in the drive area. You know,
I'm just making sure you got my full-on upgrade in there, right?
I got your full-on upgrade in there.
Beautiful. All right, here we go.
Okay, so
Little stress.
little stress as the vehicle takes a ding when you turn one corner, and there's some stuff there. So there's a little ding. Hopefully, the landlady won't notice it took some strain. But yeah, you are driving like nobody's business, and it takes just a mere screen swipe for you to realize. And by the way, you totally have control of this car. By the way,
Oh,
to realize that the crew is in this car. And they totally pull up here, and everybody piles on out, and they've got some guards here, and then they high five everybody, and they open the doors, and the big boss goes in first. And
Hey, Jim?
yeah,
hey, Jim.
yeah,
I don't have control of our vehicle.
you have control of the one on the top, not the bottom.
Oh, hey, there's another blue truck up there.
Oh,
There's 2 blue trucks.
You were driving
didn't
so
see that one either.
stealthily, you lost yourself.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, there's no control there.
It's only because I saw you ping the car that I realized you're pinging the wrong one. Yours is the one with the 2 guys next to it because you obviously jumped out of the vehicle. That's all I can think. But you should
I
have
like the
control of that
concept.
one. If you see them all pile up, and it's hangar 47, is stenciled loosely on the floor plating and the ceiling, so you know what hangar that their ship's on.
That wasn't the hangar that you gave us last week.
Yeah.
Sure it is. That was the hangar.
Last week it was 229.
Okay, 220.
I actually put it in my
229.
notes.
Yep,
Uh-oh.
you're right. So hangar
Docking bay
229.
226
See,
Wow.
226.
My bad.
is where their ship is.
Yep.
People keeping you honest now.
Oh, damn it. I have to start writing this shit down. So you know without a shadow of a doubt that this is their hangar. So obviously his chauffeur drives him each night to the ship. Which makes sense. If you're slightly paranoid on a station, even though you own the place, you sleep on your ship just to be safe.
Right?
Are we the only other car on the road, or
No, there's
No,
the
there's
other blue
truck
car
there.
you can't control was totally parked. It's totally doing a zipping drive-by respectfully once they stop. So how close are you taking your car? I mean, from where you're parked with the tailing, you totally see them all hopping out. There's no doubt in your mind that this is where they're getting out.
how many?
Today it's the boss and only one guy.
No.
Should take him out now.
Right?
Get 'em.
And how many guards are we seeing out on the street? Because I
Uh,
see some people like here. Are they just past, pedestrians? And I'm
These
thinking
look
that-
like hangar-abouts. These two definitely look like they're keeping secure in the place, and another pair of guys over here look like they're keeping the area secure. They totally give the head nod to the driver when he pulls up.
So what I would like to do is do a drive-by and try to time it so that when they're going inside and these doors are open, wide open, is when we're passing by, so that Kopesh can get a nice good look inside. Scope it out a little bit.
That's a good one. I like that.
Sound reasonable, Kopesh?
Sure.
So I'm totally sneaking back to another map to grab some stuff, and the Roll 20's being a little cranky.
Just a little bit.
Yep. I don't know if it's fully that or if it's my my system's slow, or acting a little slow, but
Well, I'm trying to
definitely roll 20.
steal tokens from the other page, and it's not letting me. So I'm thinking it's roll 20. So as
It's
you
the
do
cold weather.
your little slow drive-by,
Mhm.
you guys are totally inconspicuously driving by, and
course.
Kopish looks inside. You totally see what looks almost like a flea market's warehouse in here. There's all kinds of ramshackle piles of stuff that's sorted by stuff. You know, it's like old used med packs in this pile, and they're kind of haphazardly shoved into a pile. And old spacesuits all shoved into a pile. It's like somebody raided every Goodwill in Tucson and dumped the things by category.
So they're like
So it's storehouse.
all the shit here. Great.
Does it look more like you said, like a black market, basically?
Yeah, it looks like they're sorting and
Okay.
processing facility for either stuff they steal when they do piracy stuff
Okay.
or stuff
All right,
they
so more
procure on the
shop.
station.
Yeah.
And sell back for 3 times.
Probably.
Mhm.
And you have no doubt that what you see, this warehouse, it's got, it's going to be attached to a spaceship, which is conveniently docked outside. Totally would be on the very, very far left.
Right. So on the way here, was there limited pass to get here?
You're asking if there was like one convenient choke point, aren't you? Is that what you're
That
asking?
That might be what I would be asking.
Let's see.
Might
One
be
of the
common spots, yes.
best ambush spots that you found. So I'm totally loading up a map real quick.
Uh-oh.
It's making me regret this choice. It's not actually putting the map out there. for if you're looking for an ambush site, this little intersection was the one that you found was the best ambush site. Because you could approach from multiple directions. Of course, I have to make the map wait. So those are 2-lane highways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was what you thought was the best ambush site, where you could easily have 2 choke points to cut them off and block them off with the team to work in tandem type of thing.
So which intersection were we thinking?
Basically, this part of the map here.
Oh, okay, the whole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you could easily have, multiple groups show up in different sides and basically jump them in the front, jump them in the back type of thing.
Roger, Roger.
As the map may have done something funky because I just stretched it out and made it a map.
Yeah. So the traveling this direction?
Yeah.
Traveling south?
Yep.
Okay.
Which would totally give you access to, like, here's where this is a walking path down at the bottom of the map that goes to a road where people get picked up. This is not a road, but a walking path, but you could totally have ambushers waiting there.
Or what about a big vehicle just kind of parked right here?
And so I got to zoom my map out to see where you're.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you could totally see if you have a skilled driver that could drive a vehicle up the steps.
Oh, there's steps. Well, what about this side then?
That's road, yep.
Okay. So we could have it van parked here, somebody watching here, and pull the van out, and then have the others come out.
Yep.
And we beat their ass.
Pew, pew.
That's my thought.
I would almost say that you'll want. Oh, that's right. I'm going to have to pilot the vehicle. So, yeah, I'll have to be out here. All right. Using the blaster rifle because it has a stun setting.
Yeah, you just have to pull it out and get out and
Yep. All right. So, anyway, we head past and we take that look inside and we spot what we spot. And we have to have a little chat at the bar, no?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going back to the bar.
Yeah, we said we were going to go do this drive-by and then go back to the bar and have a little chat with our pal over here.
To see about purchasing the girl gym.
Yep.
Right.
So you guys show back up at the bar. Conveniently things are getting a little rowdier. The target you're looking for is now conspicuously gone, so ignore that token there that I cannot move at the moment.
yeah.
Roger that. And one other guy. So this guy right here, he's gone too.
This
Yep.
is the one we're looking at, right?
Yep. This is the old timer guy. He never leaves that seat, oddly enough.
Find out later his ass got ratcheted on. He can't leave.
So is this seat currently open or is this seat occupied still?
That seat we will totally say is free at the moment.
Perfect. We can saddle up on either side of him.
I can move the gals. Why can't I move guys?
I mean,
because they're stuck in their ways.
Perhaps you just didn't get their permission to touch them.
Oh.
and you
Consent.
didn't need it for the girls.
Oh, consent is important.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it's not on the GM level. It's not on the map level, but it's not on the token level. There we go. Apparently just had to wait a while for it to, let me do it.
Catch up.
I had to think about it.
Kind of like my green things. You just had to wait for them to show.
Move him somewhere.
So bossy.
What can I say? I like an orderly map.
Time to mess with his OCD.
Right?
Clutter the map with things.
You know me too well. You know me too well.
Okay,
All
so
right,
you guys come walking in like that.
So So what are these things, by the way? Because they don't look like they were part of this map originally. They look like they're actually added in there.
I thought they were lights.
They look like lights
they're
attached,
lights.
like a sconce kind of thing on the outside.
It's
Yeah.
so weird because don't they look like they're misplaced, like they're not part of the map?
They don't
Kinda.
look like the same kind of design.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
those are from the station, and the other one is not.
Well, it's a
this is how you know
justification,
what's been
so.
salvaged or not.
Right.
Ah.
You know what the price of streetlights
Oh.
are on this place?
Zoom way in, G, and you can see that it's an overhead lamp, like a street light.
Aha.
You see
Well,
the
we'll see.
glow going down onto the stonework below and the plant below. You see the glow around it.
Oh yes, now I get the.
But you have to
perspective,
zoom way
yes.
the hell in.
Yeah, because I could see the glow, but they looked weird. But now it makes more sense. Yes, once you said that, it put it into a different perspective.
They look
And
really
I
Attached
totally
to the
see it.
top.
Yep.
Yeah, I still think they look weird, but at least like I can live with it.
I love you guys.
All right then.
So before we go in, I'll let you know that she says her debt is 3,000. But that they say it's 6,000. I'd be happy settling in the middle. But yeah, let's make that happen.
And all the
Alright.
gals in the team are missing this, so they can't ooh and aw.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, when he shows up
I
with,
mean, we could always
"Oh,
say
hey."
we know BT, so obviously Grix collects damaged things.
Aww.
See, that'll
What
get
were
you the
those
groan.
What were those trucks doing? Holy cow.
I had to move the one so that I could move me, and then I could move it back. It's not that the
Yeah,
trucks are
but-
trying to hump each other.
Yeah, it looked like they were taking care of making some baby trucks.
That's where mini trucks come from.
We got a little truck on
Speed
truck
bikes,
action.
right?
No, we actually returned this car to back behind the.
Okay, so you make sure to park it back at the
Yeah.
apartment complex across
Yeah.
the street very discreetly.
Yep, and then we just walk over here.
Wow, not intimidating at all, having two big badasses. And are you guys walking in there armored and armed?
Well, I wear what I wear.
I just mean for the guy with the long ass rifle.
Yeah, I mean the rifle's not going to do me much good in this situation anyway. So I mean I've got my holdout blaster with me, of course, but otherwise no rifle over the shoulder.
Okay, just wondering because coming in with a combat rifle of extended barrel length is an eye catcher. So I just wanted to check. Okay,
And walking in with the Sith isn't an eye catcher.
that's a whole different problem.
I'm just a guy in black armor. You might
Yeah.
see the hilt of a little sword on my hip, but it's kind of hard to conceal a Night Sister blade, but all of it. But
The fact that I'm thinking Kopesh's armor is probably the cleanest thing on this entire station.
wow, that
With
might
with the exception now of Cal, who's been brushed and cleaned out pretty nicely.
Repeatedly
And braided.
restyled.
braided.
The kids actually think it's the most fun that they could have. They just keep repeatedly brushing the Wookiee. Whee, this is so
Soft
fun.
Wookiee, long Wookiee, pretty Wookiee hair.
Well, and I mean,
Keep
we
going.
don't know anything about like how Wookiees, like how their personal grooming is. Like that's never been a part of the story. Maybe this is something that he has been missing for the years and years he's been off his homeworld, and these two kids are finally invested and doing what is expected. Like he probably feels real good about it.
Yeah, probably a
That's all I'm
wind brush.
saying.
Who doesn't like
Or-
to have their hair brushed?
Probably
I
a
mean,
wind
really,
comb. It's good for your hair.
it feels nice.
So are you two walking in tandem doing the whole cowboy both sitting down at the same time thing, or are you trying to be a little sly?
Just casual,
Yeah.
not like trying to look intimidating or nothing.
Casual as the Darth Vader theme song
Hey.
starts when he walks to the bar.
Right?
Walk casual.
As casually as we can. We're not trying to intimidate, draw attention. We're just coming in for a drink.
And
Purchasing a
immediately
human.
Have
As soon as
Okay.
Grix sits down, she totally beams a big, bright-eyed smile at you, by the way. And like immediately drops a drink to you and a drink to your friend of just water.
I give her that look like, where I'm here on business. Don't, yeah.
So,
No
you're not
special.
wearing your helmet?
I don't think I ever wore a helmet, did I?
Oh, well, your picture has a helmet, so I was always assuming you were wearing it.
Yeah.
Let me hang on. Please hold.
You're like, am I wearing a helmet?
Now he's
I don't know
thinking,
what-
do I want
I
to
don't know
risk
what
a
your armor is.
headshot?
I'm wearing a cloaking coat and second skin armor, so I don't think that the second skin armor would have a helmet on it because it's hidden under my clothes.
Well, it could have a hood. Or,
It's
you know,
usually it's
pull
like
up.
a
The cloaking
Wetsuit.
coat probably has a hood.
Not a hood, but like a
yeah. The second skin armor is
tight
sort of like
fitting.
a wetsuit, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of
Mhm.
what you see the stormtroopers wearing underneath theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though you wouldn't necessarily have to have the top up, but yeah.
Okay, and you give her the look to just like give us some space.
Yeah, like I'm doing that thing that we talked about. So don't hover and make it more. don't make him more of an ass than he already is.
Don't make it a seller's market.
Right?
Don't make it creepy, dude.
Like,
Too late.
so you give her the look of the men are talking, please step away.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
And she pours, as soon as you give her the look, she kind of reads your look and just looks down behind her in her workstation, just kind of smiles just to the workstation. And she totally whips up another one of his beverages, which he's not even finished drinking the one he's got. And she places a double right next to the sipped cup and kind of smiles and, goes this way and says, hey, I'm going to go powder my nose. And she steps back, to go get some stuff that she ran out. Yeah, some stock. She's out of some stuff. Now, in her mind, I wonder if she's expecting you to massacre this entire place or actually buy her freedom. It could go either way.
Strangely, she's comfortable with either.
No, see, if I was planning on massacring this place, I would have walked in and gone straight to this corner so that I could shoot all 4 of those guys in one shot.
Jeez.
Ricochet rounds off the walls again.
Yep.
Right? Start bending bullets and shit. Shoot all 4 of those guys, have the bullet bounce off the wall somewhere over here and go through these 2 over this way. Over this way.
I'm going to shoot you, but my exploding bullet is going to make all of your ribs kill that guy and that guy.
Right?
Oh my golly.
So you guys sit down and he picks up his emptier glass and takes a slow sip and kind of looks at both of you guys and gives you that friendly nod and he says, good to see you both back, as he takes another drink.
Evening, neighbor.
Likewise, friend. We have some business perhaps to discuss with you if you are up for it.
And as soon as you say business, the dude that's sitting right here kind of turns towards you, and you practically you can feel his hand reaching back to his pistol. And this skeezy dude kind of gives you the look of, what kind of business is that? And he kind of hand gestures to the guy sitting right behind you that things are cool.
I'd like to discuss settling your bartender's debt.
And he totally looks over here. And you mean old Daya? She works here out of love, not a debt.
No, not Daya. You never gave me a name, Jim, so I throw out her name.
Easy pauses.
Yeah. Her name is.
You didn't even ask her name, dude.
She wrote her name and number on the paper that she gave me, but
her name is Ophia.
Because we were finishing the night.
Finishing the night is what they call it.
Right?
Ophia is her name.
So I say, yeah, no, Ophia.
And he just kind of puts one elbow on the bar, completely ignoring Kopesh right now, and
Okay.
puts his drink in his left hand, which is, on the bar, and sips. And then he kind of stretches back and kind of, rests his hand in his gun belt, not too far from his gun. He says, "What? So what type of discussion do you have? I mean, it's late, and it's not like he even offered to buy me a drink," as he looks at the perfectly full double that's now parked next to him.
So I'll say, that's on my tab.
Smiles, big, missing a few teeth in different spots. Looks like mainly from fighting. He gives you this look, says, "So, you got some credits to burn, I think. Your fancy friends coming on the station. You know what this is? You all were here 2 nights ago, right?"
We did happen to stop by 2 nights ago. Yes, we heard that the crowd in here was rather lively.
Yeah, then he kind of speaks really loud. He's like, "That's it. Oh, my crew and friends here, lively." And you get some hooting and hollering from them as he downs his drink and puts his glass upside down on the bar and slides the new one closer to him. As he's just like, "So, caught your eye, has she?"
I think she could work well for us.
She grew up here, working off her daddy's debt, but she still owes a pretty credit or two. What kind of, me being the parental figure in her life, I would have to make sure that your intentions are honorable and you're not looking to sell her off to some hut or something.
No, I have no love for the huts.
How about for her?
Ooh.
So,
As he starts sipping really slow to give you lots of time to talk, by the way. He's totally using the ploy.
perception roll, is he looking to play the angle of this guy really loves her, so I'm going to ask for more money, or
Mhm.
Well, that wouldn't
Well,
really be a
he
perception.
is
Vigilance,
the
maybe.
father figure.
Hey,
Ugh.
creeper.
So
Yeah.
you looking to do like a vigilance?
Yeah, I think I am.
I like how that was super fast clicked. I didn't even have to bother checking.
Well, that was the little pause I did in there. I've learned from you well, Jim. that little hemming and hawing was so that I could scroll up.
Get in there
Okay.
before he did.
So your
Yeah,
vigilance
This is
against
probably the better
his
option there.
deception.
Oh shit!
Good choice. Go ahead and take your shot there.
Wish me luck, gang.
Oh.
Ugh.
As you
Not
don't
bad.
seem to be reading anything from him, but there's a little something you're noticing.
All right, for my one advantage, we'll go ahead and give him a black,
Okay. As he,
because I doubt I can do much more with it, right? And
Yep.
what else am I going to notice?
That's a good thing for it. As he gives you that long drink. See, I'm even going to take a drink to make it long.
All right, so I don't know about love, but I am fond of the girl.
Well, her pa racked up a considerable debt, and she has compounded that debt because I had to give her a nice apartment in a safe area, and pay for some protection to keep her safe. I don't know if you know this or not, but she doesn't have a scar on any part of her body. Because I didn't put up with anybody roughing her up. And of course, you totally want.
Oh, he's
Shoot
just
the
a
guy
real
right now.
gem.
I'm sitting there like, I could have sworn I found a scar on her left thigh.
Do you say that?
No, I totally do not say that.
And he says, if you want to buy her, it's going to cost you. And he starts rubbing his stubbly chin. Let's see, what's the current compound interest rate? I think maybe 6,000 credits will clear the debt. And then if and she's wanting to go with you, I'll let her go.
So come now, neighbor.
And he kind of swivels his head over. He's obviously had some booze.
I'm sure that you can find it in your heart to work a much better deal on this for my friend here.
I'm not too sure. I mean, if I sell her, I'll have some pockets full of credits now, but in a month, who's going to be hanging behind the bar?
I'm sure you'll find someone.
I'm sure, yes. I'm sure you can find a suitable replacement for the young lady. And, you know, if we're cheated, I'm sure it would not look well upon your establishment. I mean, we've heard such good things about it. And we do have influential friends.
And his eyes kind of squint when you say we have influential friends. As he slaps his right hand on the bar, makes a little resounding pop noise, and he's like, friends. I've got friends, and I have never, and he totally turns towards the crowd here, been called a cheat or a thief. Have I my cheating, thieving friends? And there's this like general chuckle that kind of goes across the room in a wave as he's totally reminding you that you're in a room full of his friends in a very, very subtle way.
Yeah, he's subtle.
Yeah, I was going to say real subtle.
And he looks at both of you guys, gives you that look to the left, look to the right, says, so, is this going to be a deal for the both of you?
Now,
Some
this is a
mock
deal for my
concern on his
friend.
face. So
This is a deal for my friend, but
I do have to ask.
it can be very beneficial to have us go away with a great deal on this. Like I said, we do have influential friends that do have money. And they're always looking for places to ply their wares and or acquire wares on the down low, you might say.
So I have to ask, as he's swirling his drink in his cup. So I take it you off-stationers have a ship of your own, then? I mean, obviously he knows you're not from here.
Right.
It's kind of a gimme.
Yeah. I just give him
We cut the shuttle in.
the blank mask stare, like, and your point.
I just want to make sure you have a ship that's capable of taking that darling girl safely out of here.
It should be very safe and probably a much better environment. Not that your establishment is a bad place, but the station,
You can call it the cesspool that it is. I myself was looking to retire to someplace nice, but this cantina was all I could afford at the end of, my long career.
Right, but it does have its needs in the galaxy. And like I said, there's people I know that would be happy to do their business if they knew they had a worthwhile establishment to call home when they're here.
Kind of nods at that, and he totally, looks back over at Grix and says, so Grix, so you, sir, have not given me your name.
Yeah, we'll just tell him I go by Grix.
Grix. Now, I seem to think that you might be a good man. I mean, you look like you don't have many scars. You look like you might be able to take care of our darling girl. And but you got to understand, I can't just, forgive and forget the debt, and I can't just give it away. I mean, and he totally gestures to the guy that's sitting behind you that's still paying attention to your conversation with him. He says, "Sam, how much would you paid for that pretty little thing?" And he kind of does this wolfish grin and totally says, "I'd put down 5,000 credits for her." And
I kind of look over my shoulder, scoff at him. Do you even have 5,000 credits?
if and I did, I'd be buying her for that. And skeezy guy looks at you and says, "Okay, how about this? The price is 5,000 credits. Do you have 5,000 credits?"
I would say 4 would work well, and I am sure you're still making a good bank on the arrangement.
As Kopesh
And
is
then
going for a negotiation.
No, deception, because what I told him is all lies about having friends that want to come here.
No one wants to come here.
But I tell him that, with that deal and still making such a great deal on the sale, the potential income to come will be more than enough to make up the difference.
As Kopesh is going full Ferengi. Oops, wrong genre. Okay. So you're going to use deception, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got influential friends, but they're more likely to come blow up the whole station.
Come just do a drive-by.
Right, which we might actually...
With a Star Destroyer.
BT's down with that, but we'd have to get the family off too.
Well, no, we're talking like Star Destroyer coming through and just kind of like, boom, done.
Just doing a quick drive-by. Must have been a
BT's
rogue.
not completely heartless.
It must have been a rogue asteroid.
Mostly.
Okay, so I got your difficulty. Your deception against his discipline. And that little story point I gave back to you guys. So generous.
I did. I saw that. I saw that.
Ooh. Can I give him a blue, helping him on this whole...
You can totally give him a blue assisting. Let me add that in there. I was totally waiting for the good cop, bad cop.
Yep.
Okay, I got the blue in there for you.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Oh, son of a bitch. But I succeeded.
Okay, so you succeeded.
Oh, no.
Hey, but the car can't break down.
The car can't break down.
If you guys need to make a getaway, the car's still running.
So he looks and says, and you were going for 45?
He said 4,000.
4,000. See how I tried to sneak that little extra 5 in there?
I did.
He basically looks at you and sucks down that nice double he was given that was made a little extra Mickey-ish. And he slams down that glass, little crack starts in it. He's like, "You know what? Maybe it is time for a new face around here. If you can give me 4,000 credits right here, right now, feel free to put it on the bar tab right there. I will sell you her contract. And then again, it's still up to her if she wants to go with you or not."
So you're going to give him money and then she might say no?
Sounds like a
Pretty
scam.
much.
Consent
see
is
where you're
important,
going, yeah.
remember?
Well, let's get her back out here and let's see that contract to find out.
And he totally pulls up on the bar's display a mumbo-jumbo contract,
Let's just say she better say yes. Otherwise, BT. Nobody hurts my friend.
BT's been working on her fragmentation butt plugs.
Oh, heavens.
So, and pretty much he's totally showing you the contract from the father that basically it's a hereditary contract, not too uncommon in the galaxy far, far away, where basically legalized slavery is totally a thing in the Republic. This is
Right.
the legalized version, where basically until the debt is paid off, it keeps going down the family line. So, like, if she had a kid, she might still be saddled with this contract. Because, of course, it has lots of mumbo jumbo crap of she damages anything, she's at fault. So, it's that total bullshit way of keeping somebody on the company toll.
Yep.
And
Tatooine,
Sold
Shmi.
my soul to the company store.
And just as that's happening, and you're looking at the contract, and he's totally pulling it up that if you give him $4,000 right here, right now, he will sign the contract over to you. Totally giving you a pause if you want to say something.
So just as an aside, this whole time my hand has been very gently resting on the hilt of my holdout pistol, which is hidden, by the way. But yeah, I'm looking at the contract and waiting for her to come out.
Okay, so
And being very perceptive of the door behind Kopesh, by the way.
As a little while later, she totally steps back out, and she totally is pouring him another double. She sees that both glasses are empty, and she takes the broken one, tosses it in the garbage, and takes the unbroken one and makes a fresh drink for him. And she just smiles at you while she's doing it, but she's not saying a damn thing.
All right, so I'll say to her, Ophelia, if I settle this contract here and now, will you come with us?
And she just totally does this smiley smirk of, oh my, are you talking about buying my contract?
Perhaps I am.
And she just says, well, if I was free to go, I wouldn't mind going with someone as dashing and strong and good with a knife as you.
Right? I'm feeling some kind of way.
One to spare, and he thinks it's a con job.
Right?
So just as she's saying that, and you're feeling good, but some reservations because you feel like the shoe's going to drop, and you're afraid it's her going to be playing you to stay working behind a skeezy bar after you pay off a debt that doesn't exist. All of a sudden, two of the Hexian Brood guys come kicking in the door really loudly and come on in. They immediately look around and say, "Where's the boss?"
What?
And everyone in the bar kind of look at them, and they look at each other, and it's like, shh, he's probably back at the ship. And of course, skeezy dude here kind of calls them over and says, "What is your problem? We're trying to do some business over here, and you two come kicking in my joint. If that door needs to be fixed, you're fixing it, even if you have to be here all night." The guys come rushing over, and they slap a hollow emitter on the table and says, "You are not going to believe this. Some Sith spit bounty hunters are looking for our boss," and they hit a button, and a bounty hunter contract pops up.
What?
One of my friends that sometimes works as a bounty hunter was sending me a list of new perspectives, so that way if we happen to see somebody, we can sell them to them, or make sure none of our boys are in. And then the boss's picture pops up, and he plays this video that even Sin didn't get to see, where it shows basically him boarding a ship violently and shooting down a bridge crew. And that's where the Republic bounty is coming from.
Ah, is that the ship that wonders parked at the dock?
Well, it's just one of the dozens he's hit in the last few months. It totally shows him come on board, and he pulls out his rifle, and he flames the guy in the cockpit seat, and then blasts him while he's screaming and dying, and then turns around and shoots some others, and he laughs with his boys as he comes over and smashes the camera that's recording the picture.
Yeah.
We got to tell the boss that the station could be crawling with bounty hunters for all we know.
Well, shit.
No good piece of crap bounty hunters.
They're no good.
They ain't proper like us thieves and pirates.
That's right. Despicable.
And you know, when he says he's
What
back
is
at
this
the ship,
galaxy coming to?
the two guys come ripping out of there, and basically, you know, conveniently, our friend's sticking out across the street. See these two gentlemen come out and jump on some swoop bikes and go ripping off down the street.
So how about we settle up that debt?
And he just slides the pad there for you to deposit 4,000 credits. Now Grix feels a little more secure in buying her. I mean,
right,
I
so
wasn't
I am
even
watching-
thinking of that until that despair came up. And you got all scared.
Jim, I've played
Well.
with you. I've played with you enough to always think the worst.
No, I mean,
I'm
that's
so
where
proud.
my mind went. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna pay for
I
it.
know.
And he's gonna go, fuck you.
Until that despair popped up, I had no thoughts along those lines whatsoever. But as soon as the opportunity opened up for you, I was like, oh, this is going to go to shit fast.
Yeah.
All right, so I just deducted 4,000 credits. Ophelia, why don't you come with us?
And she gives this squeal and kind of like piles her way over the countertop and,
So long,
and
suckers.
totally squeezes onto you and gives you this little anime girl squee. And the old timer with his fresh drink takes a sip. You see like a single tear in his eye. It's literally one of those drunk tears. As he just kind of wipes his mouth with his forearm and says, I'm going to miss you, kiddo. It's been a good time working with you. And she just like gives him this face.
Wow.
Then he kind of looks at you and says, now, before you leave, make sure you pay up the tab.
It's another $12,000.
And he waves his third drink and says, this is on your tab, right?
But of course. So I'm assuming there's some kind of like bracelet scan type thing to deduct the funds.
You could totally whip out your pad and tap it at the bar. Tap and pay.
Roger. How much for the drinks?
Gonna be an extra 35 credits.
All right.
Because he only drinks top shelf. And don't forget the tip.
I'm taking the bartender with me.
Right?
What tip am I going to leave?
Yeah, well, he's probably a
Yeah,
sleazebag
something
who
tells
takes
me he
tips.
takes the tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
doesn't
that
seem
kind of boss.
right. Seems like he's a jackass.
Okay, so she's totally like, so I can't go back. I have to go to my apartment to get my things. You know, like all 5 of them.
I'll come with you.
And
I don't
can,
trust these guys to not kidnap her.
and are you going to take me to your ship?
Surely. I know,
Long,
it's like,
silent pause.
I'd look at each other.
What ship?
Oh, leave us stranded on an asteroid.
Yeah.
Wait, does she know how to fly? That's the question. She's never flown a
Yeah,
ship
no.
in her life.
Did
Well,
you
why don't
know
you
that
get her
her
taken
daddy
care
was
of?
a shipjacker as a profession?
Right.
God.
Yes. I'm like,
Hey,
well,
now
why
you
don't
already
you get her-
used the despair. You can't do that.
Why don't you get her taken and to her place and get settled in?
Oh,
And on that question, so
yeah. As
Yeah,
we're
out
walking
the door.
out, we'll start walking out because I don't want everybody to hear what we're talking about, and I'll
Yeah.
buddy up to Kopesh there.
Yeah.
And
Can she hang out with Kopesh's what's it?
The acolyte.
Acolyte, thank you.
yeah,
oh, that's right. The acolytes on the ship.
Yeah.
We'll work on that.
I'm pretty
So,
sure a
there's-
night sister can take a bar wench, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And Grix, you totally have control of her token. Only with
Right.
permission.
Oh, there's-
Yeah. So as they are heading out and almost to the door, I'll nod slightly to the gentleman and
Pleasure
bid
to
him
do business
adieu,
with you.
and I will pass the word. And may you have
Bird is the word.
may your business grow.
He kind of toasts you with his glass. You guys walk out, and he turns to the other guy that was behind Grix, and he's just like, I think I made a bad business choice. But that girl's been an earner for years, so I just hope that dude just takes care of her and makes her happy.
Aw, little nugget of concern.
A single drunk tear and a little drunken care.
Yeah, all
Okay.
the slavers have this little love affair with their wards.
Right?
I've seen it on another
program
situation.
we've been on.
Hey,
Oh, but I really care for you and love you. Yeah, right. Whatever.
Yeah, we're a family.
Right?
you're my sister.
Let me put another bullet in your head, Minx.
I didn't want to give you those beatings.
Right?
It was
Why did
pretty
you make
thorough.
me do it?
See, now here I'm just thinking Dragon Age Ascension.
Haven't watched it yet, man.
I finally watched it today, and I'm like, wow, that was totally Inks and his kids right there.
Good to know.
Right.
Good to know.
Okay, so you guys, so where are
So
you
we-
taking her?
Well, we move Wander down and out. I will activate Sense just so hopefully if anybody appears to be following, and we'll keep an eye. We'll kind of go out and about and around and then make our way back.
Do we want to bring her up to the room, or do you want me to take her to the ship?
I'd rather not go directly to the ship at this point.
Yeah, but do we want to endanger the family?
I don't think they're going to come gunning to get her back.
That's why, like I said, looking to make sure we're not being followed. And
Or do
Yeah,
you want to
we'll take the
reveal
long
to
way.
her that you're staking out the place?
Yeah, because she could still, even though she was, you know,
well, it's nothing to
conscripted
do.
there,
I don't think she has
may
any
have
deep
friends
love.
there.
Yeah, I don't think she has any deep love for the. Oh, you know what? I was going to take her back to her place to get her things
Yeah.
anyway, so we can make that take a couple of hours while you let the rest of the gang know that we have a new family member.
Yeah, and I don't think she cares about the big leader. I mean, we're not doing anything to the bar owner, so even if she has a little Stockholm syndrome going on or anything.
Right?
Come on, if Star Wars taught us nothing, Anakin liked being owned by his little winged friend.
Right.
He was
So-
allowed property and everything.
Yeah, but he was happy to get out of there when he could.
Yep. So,
Okay,
so yeah,
so-
I'll follow them a little ways and then stop and wait for them to continue and just make sure nobody's following and then head back to the
Okay.
hotel
Yeah, you have
or
you
the
have
apartment.
perfect recollection that nobody is following you.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Didn't think
late
so,
in the
but
night.
just-
Nobody's feeling like that crazy froggy. So you guys, wherever you are going, you can get there safely.
Yep. All right.
Whereas back at the Mark's ship, security is being increased because, oh shit, there's a despair. Now he knows someone's coming after him.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm starting to get really tired. My day starts not as early as Kelly's, but pretty early.
Okay, it
Yeah,
is
we're-
time
It
to
is
wrap
after
up too.
9.
So
It is time to start.
So you guys
Okay.
are preparing to plan for the assault. I will totally say you can this ambush point, or you can just be super ballsy and ambush point here. But whichever
Yeah.
you'd like, you can come up with your master plan.
I
And
say we do that.
anybody checked on the ship in a while?
Well,
Well,
we have the calm and
communications,
we have
yeah.
the
I mean, have you
night
chimed
sister.
into her,
Yes.
Yeah,
Kopesh?
Yes,
I
of
would
course
assume
we
we're
have.
doing daily, and
Yeah,
of course
over
she
time.
Couple
would have
times.
to notify us if anything happens.
Okay. She's had nothing other than a few wander-bys, come look at the ship and kind of, check to see if the door's locked.
Now, we rolled a success when we docked up and we said it was an out of the way place where no one would ever know that there was a ship there.
This is true.
Nobody of import doesn't mean that like some bums might not still.
Nobody knows there's a ship there.
Yeah.
We rolled that
No
triumph
way.
for a reason, damn it.
Right?
Ain't no despair gonna make our ship noticeable.
Yeah.
And you will notice on the ambush map, you all are totally on that map. You want to hide yourself somewhere. Think, and by think you're 100% sure, that the vehicle is going to be coming from this general direction.
Right. All right.
So we were talking about this one being here, but facing the other way.
You can
So when
totally
they-
turn it around if you click on it and you find the little odd blue dot. Looks like it's on the bottom of it, and spin it around.
Ah, yes. Yep.
Once they get up in here, it's where we'll want to stop them so they can come in from behind and they're blocked off in front. That way they can't just take off.
Okay, so for now, we'll call it a night, guys.
All right.
Yep.
Good night.
XP,
I will give you 5 XP.
including last session.
Oh, that's right. I
didn't
didn't
get
give it to
any
you last session. So 15 XP since you have freed the girl and you have a plan for everybody. 15 XP.
Yay.
Okay, let me go
Points.
back.
All right.
All right, those that are leaving, have a wonderful evening.
Yep. Good job. Thank y'all.
Yep.
Good night.
Have a good night,
bye.
guys.
And Kopesh, thanks for the help there.
Right.
You saved me a good chunk of money.
Yeah.
Now we just need to
Sure.
know who
Mission at risk, but hey.
BT, Cal, and Sin are going to get as their guests on the ship.
Right?
Yeah, I was afraid something like that might happen with the side mission, but hey. That was my worst fear. Like, yeah, this is probably not going to work well, but that's all right.
It would have been too heartless to make her be a con woman playing you this whole time.
Oh, that would have
That would have been heartbreaking. I just couldn't do it.
that would have been brutal. More than half of all my wealth just gone.
For a con woman who just plays you and walks away.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I figured that or somebody was going to come up and start arguing over it.
I was actually even worried when 2 guys came barging into the bar. I was thinking, especially when they were like, there's some bounty hunters on the planet. And I thought they were going to whip out a picture of you and like you and me in the truck or something. And oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a bounty hunter, so neither of us are. So
No, but
Hey, G, I need
Yeah.
to get going. So can we cover that? How
so
to?
it's real simple, Jeff. All you have to do is on your skills to the right where you have the modifier is put in.
I think I may then have done this because what I have there is I put in -1 BL.
It's BLK. Yep.
Is it BLK?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, if you wave your
I was
mouse,
going with the.
if you wave your mouse over the question mark at the top of the modifiers, it'll actually tell you the code for each dice.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, I see there. All right, let me put then.
Because I often forget, so I have to double check every time when I'm doing a character
Yep.
sheet.
Okay, I will. I've now updated it to that. I've just been using the fact that I had those modifiers as to remind Jim that. Okay, well, we'll see if that actually works now.
yeah, no, if you have that, you don't have to remind him. He puts his thing together, and if he's got black, you'll be like, oh, damn, they're missing. What happened?
They
Oh,
disappeared. Oh, you rat bastard, in your use of good talents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, and
good.
it's better to have it in there than to tell Jim because if you have it in there by accident and you tell Jim, then he may deduct it, and you have it in there, so you're technically removing 2 black dice when it should only be 1. So
Well, one of the things I'm buying that talent a second time, and so after today it'll be -2 black.
beautiful.
Nice. Yep.
I
So
have to look at
you're
my
all
list.
set for shitty systems like this one.
Exactly. All right.
All right, guys,
I'm
I'm bailing
pick up.
too.
See you
Yep.
guys.
All right. Night,
Have a
guys.
good night. And Jim, have a good night.
You too.
And Dave, have a good night. And I'm
Yep,
going to
you
stay on a little bit longer and spend my 15 points.
And everybody stay warm because it's going to get cold over the rest of the week.
Yep.
It's already cold.
Sierra Vista had snow.
Lemon, Benson, yeah, there was snow all around.
All right.
And I'd be around freezing.
Yep.
So,
All right. Later,
right.
guys.
Have a good one.
Night.